Welcome to this video. I got few points before I start. This video is meant to display how well a 10-year-old game holds up graphically compared to a newer game known for its realistic graphics. To make it fairer, I will be using the Natural Vision Evolved Graphical Enchantment mod for GTA 5. This should help it compete with Forza Horizon. I'm going to split this video into 7 sections. Each part will have a rating from 0 to 10, then at the end the totals will be added up to reveal the better game. Part 1. So first thing you notice is that the game visually looks stunning with detailed sea foam and refractions in the water. But there is one thing that stands out, and it's the tire marks on the sand. They look really dark, as if the rubber is being left behind on the sand, breaking the immersion slightly. So, due to some of the imperfections, I would give GTA a rating of 8 out of 10. Once again, the game looks very good, but this time the sand is a lot more realistic, adapting to the weight of the car, leaving depth in the tire marks. But as we get closer to the water, we notice how it looks worse. The foam cuts off randomly with an unrealistic texture. Also, the water lacks refraction from the sunlight, which is really disappointing from such a game. It is important to understand that I am not comparing the color of the water, as these locations are set in different climates and the depth of the water is different too. This game is quite realistic, but the water brings it down a lot, so I rated a 7 out of 10. Now on to part 2, vegetation density and wildlife, starting with GTA 5. There is a lot to see in GTA, as the habitats look incredible. You will never find two places that look the same, making it really fun to explore. It is absolutely insane how dense the vegetation is, from the grass to the wide variation OD tree species. Looking at all of it, the ray-traced lighting works perfectly to display how heavy all of the foliage is. You will find a lot of different animals roaming around, from rabbits to deer and even boars. There is only 2 downsides to the vegetation. The performance is absolutely horrible due to all of the triangles that have to be rendered at once. In this gameplay I was getting a maximum of 35 FPS. Secondly, the draw distance is very low, so the mountains look empty from a distance. It is understandable why, since if they did render the grass very far away, it would be borderline unplayable. I have to rate GTA vegetation a solid 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 if only the performance was better. On to Forza we go, and it's quite good, but the shading and colours of the vegetation is very flat and boring. Otherwise, the quality ranges from region to region. Right now, there is a lot of it, but it's missing the ambience that GTA has. Everything reacts very well with the car, either being destroyed or moving out the way, so there is no clipping. The worst part is that beside a couple fake birds in the sky, it is very empty with no wildlife at all, creating a barren land that should be thriving, but it's not. Out to the desert it's a bit better, but some places feel again very flat, lacking the realism of random growth that makes nature so beautiful. I have to rate it a 6 out of 10. It just lacks too many things to make it look good. On to part 3 with different types of weather. In game this weather is foggy, but I remade it to be a sandstorm of such, and it turned out good. Low visibility, sand in the air, light shafts shine through the sand. In general, it looks good. There is a lot of rain effects with bloom, particles, reactive vegetation, and fog, which looks amazing. Now, the best part. These are fully ray-traced global reflections, giving an ultra-realistic scene full of colour and light. GTA gets a rating of 5 out of 10. It just lacks reactivity by rain on the car and splashes on the ground. Forza Horizon has got the sandstorm on point with a massive realistic cloud, sound effects and visual effects. It completely demolishes what I tried to do with GTA. One thing to point out is that it's just missing sand spreading onto the car and road. Currently it looks clean and perfect. Also with the rain, Forza looks more violent and real since the storms are events that happen, forming in an area, then moving around with volumetric clouds. Now, the reflections in Forza look great using box mapping, producing decent quality reflections, but they can often look flat and faded, losing quality. For the rating, I must say Forza looks near perfect, making it a 9 out of 10. Part 4 and 5, I want to join them together as they are covering a very similar thing that can be done at the same time. This includes our identity, variation and detail, both with vehicles and people.
I mean, it's okay.
Oye, te parto la cara, ¿eh?
Get out the fucking way.
GTA has very good interactions with non-playable characters as they change behavior due to your actions, and there is a lot of them. So I will give GTA a rating of 6 out of 10. Forza has much higher quality vehicles from real life, but then does not feature a lot of them, making it feel dead, so I would rate it 5 out of 10. On to the last part, comparing the different times of day, starting with nighttime in GTA. I'm going to give GTA a 6 out of 10. Now on Forza, and wow, it's so photorealistic. The lighting and shading looks perfect on the props and cars. And honestly, the lighting is a 10 out of 10 for me. It looks perfect. Finally, we are on to the conclusion, and I must say, my opinions on both games were constantly changing over the course of the video. But to see what game comes out on top, we have to add up all the scores. So GTA comes to a total of 34 out of 50. This is very high as for a game made in 2013. And Forza Horizon gets a total of 37 out of 50, winning the competition by 3 points. It is well deserved as Forza has incredible visuals. It just lacks some of the life, but now we know which game is better visually looking at small details. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I would appreciate if you subscribed so I can reach a bigger audience and help me make more better videos in the future.